As the 21st century began, human evolution was at a turning point. Natural selection, the process by which the strongest, the smartest, the fastest reproduced in greater numbers than the rest, a process which had once favored the noblest traits of man, now began to favor different traits. Most science fiction of the day predicted a future that was more civilized and more intelligent. But as time went on, things seemed to be heading in the opposite direction, a dumbing down. How did this happen? Evolution does not necessarily reward intelligence. With no natural predators to thin the herd, it began to simply reward those who reproduced the most and left the intelligent to become an endangered species.
Okay, that should have explained to you what today's video is going to be about. So without further ado, let's get started, yeah? Now, if you haven't seen Idiocracy, I highly recommend you at least do some research on the movie. You don't have to watch it. I personally have not seen the entire movie. I've only seen like a clip or two of it. But most of what I know of the movie came from online research and just hearing other people talk about the movie. And if you don't know, it's basically about how everybody becomes so reliant upon the news anchors or entertainment that they aren't really capable of cooperating at a high level. Their IQs have dropped down, they have stooped immensely. Everybody is just like eating chips and just sitting at home doing nothing, and outside world is just like completely trash. There's nothing like new being invented. There are no inventions happening. It's all just like a whole pile of dump outside, and people inside the houses are just like consuming junk food constantly, watching their TVs, just being really entertained for the most part, and that's all they care about, which is really what we see today with the huge rise of social media and endless entertainment that we have nowadays. There's barely anybody that wants to actually invent new things. Like, not even 100 years ago, we had people like Henry Ford that were like, was that 100 years ago? When was that? Let me fact check that, because let's see. Let me Google this. When did Henry Ford build his first vehicle? 1896. Yeah, so that was like over 100 years ago, right? Yeah. Over 100 years ago, he built like a bicycle type of vehicle, which I'll put it up on the screen. It's really interesting. It has an interesting look to it. But anyways, the point is, we had people building stuff. We had people using their brains for a purpose. Well, nowadays it's the complete opposite. People just want to wake up and just go on their phone, get the instant rush of dopamine, and then even before going to sleep, we want the same thing. We want the same dopamine effect. And this has become a huge problem. So if you're one of the few people that's watching this video, then I just wanted to let you know that, well, first off, I'm happy that like you're here. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I'm a person new to this entrepreneurship journey, and it would be helpful if you would support the channel so I can reach more people and let people know about my own failures and successes through my really long journey of entrepreneurship. But anyways, coming back to the video, Idiocracy basically is or was a warning to people that, hey, if you keep going down this journey of more and more consumption, whether it be in the form of entertainment or even news, then you are on a bad route and you will basically not succeed in your life, and you won't be able to do anything that will provide value to other people or even yourself. And yeah, that's essentially what I wanted to talk about today. I don't know what else I can add. It's just that this is a movie I recommend you people watch, or at least do some research on it, because it's very telling. It was very ahead of its time, I would say. It came back in 2006, and today, by the time you're watching this video, we're like past 20 years, probably about 20 years of that movie being released. Which, if you don't know, it was not released in theaters. The distributors or whoever it was, they did not want the movie to be released. So the director and the producers of the movie had to have like a very niche type of release, or like, I don't know how they got through that. It's a whole struggle on its own. There are videos on that, you can do research on that, but the main point is the movie talks about things which I guess the elites, if you want to call them that, do not want people to know. That, hey, this is what we're actually doing. We're making people dumber, and all we care about is making money for ourselves, and that's the bottom line, right? So normal people like you and I, we spend so much time watching movies or watching TV shows, being on the internet, consuming social media content, that we sort of lose the motivation to build something on our own, which is also what I want to talk about today. Is that if you're watching this video, then let this be a sign to you that you should probably start your own YouTube channel or some sort of content creation where you put yourself on camera and you talk to the people, you talk to the viewers about whatever struggles you're going through in life. Not like mental health type of stuff, but like the problems you're solving, or some things that you came across which you found to be interesting. Like, I came across this movie and I found it to be interesting, so I'm sharing it with you right now. The same way, this is all you have to do, is just come on camera and talk a little bit about something that you found value in, and then little do you know, like, slowly but steadily, you'll gain a following for yourself, and hopefully they'll get you somewhere. You make like side money, you know, what do they call that? I forgot what it's called. But yeah, just another revenue stream for yourself, just some little income that's passive income. Yeah, that's what they call it. They call it passive income. So just some passive income coming by, and you can keep doing your 9-to-5 job or whatever you're into. Entrepreneurship isn't for everybody. So if just because you're watching this video, I do not assume that you want to be an entrepreneur. I personally am into entrepreneurship, but I understand that most people are not up for that. They're not down for that. You probably are not someone that wants to go on an entrepreneurship journey, but if you happen to be one of the few, then please watch more of my videos. I love talking about entrepreneurship, and I love to share any value that I found through books or other videos or my own experience. And yeah, that's basically the crust of the video. So if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more content ahead.